Stand, I had be patient for this. I'm the man now, was the man then. I have my way with the. I'm the man now, was the man then. I put some ice on my wrist, and where I pop out.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Okay, basketball fans, with me, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. I'm Ernie Johnson. You're watching 2K Sports, but you know that already. Tonight it's Charlotte, as they'll be playing against Kansas.
Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. So let's take a look at the Charlotte starting lineup. We've got Josh Richardson. Mirotic is out there with Bogdanovich. And there's Kemba Walker. And it's Booker in at the 2. Now, here's Richardson. Trying to get open is Bogdanovich. Mirotic's shot is off. DeRozan in the corner. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. DeRozan's got the first points on the scoreboard for Kansas City.
Well, Steph Curry, widely regarded as the best shooter in the history of the game. He's been so successful playing point guard in the NBA at times. I think we forget that he transitioned from playing shooting guard in his younger days.
Here's Curry. Bogdanovich picking up that last basket. Lopez, no luck. David Aldridge had a chance to catch up with head coach James Borrego. David, what do you have to say?
The frustration was evident in his voice when I asked him about their record. He told me, well, we've been learning the hard way. Anything less than 100% effort will not get it done. We want our guys to recognize that and be hungrier than they've been. Is it talent? Is it effort? Well, they're still trying to figure it out. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. A nice shot by Booker.
You love it when guys play bigger than you think they are. Booker proving that he's not just a threat from the outside.
Harris against Walker. Harris kicks to Curry. Knocks down the 3 ball. Curry's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Outside, Walker. 3-pointer. Lopez grabs the board.
Well, that's the shot they want. He always has the green light when he's that open. Boy, one miss isn't going to change that.
And straight isolation basketball, Doris, something we used to see a lot more of. But for a guy like James Harden or Steph Curry, that's still a very viable option.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. I mean, if you've got the likes of LeBron James or Kevin Durant or Chris Paul, guys who are able to create their own offense, to me, you want to take advantage of that skill set. It's about what your personnel strengths are. So can you surround a great creator with the shooters necessary? Because if you do, all of a sudden as a defense, there's a price to pay if you're going to help off, right? Because somewhere, some way, the best offensive talent is going to showcase its skill.
Doris, with DeRozan, when he's on with his shot, he's one of the great scorers in the NBA.
No question, Kevin. He exploded for 52 points in a game last season. This guy can score from anywhere on the floor when he's dialed in. Boy, there are nights you just have no answer for him.
Now, here's Walker. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Mirotic, the shot's good on the assist by Walker. Mirotic has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. To the paint, here's DeRozan, and the layup's good off the glass.
Well, the IQ is just off the charts for Steph Curry. He senses when the defense has left someone open, and I guarantee you he will put it on time and on target.
Here's Walker. There's 53 seconds left in the first. DeRozan against Richardson, the 17-footer. That one a little long. And so it's Parker with it. He'll bring it up for Kansas City. They lead by 4. Oh, and the jam by DeRozan.
Well, that's executing an alley-oop if ever I saw one. DeMar DeRozan, he loves these highlight reel plays.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Charlotte shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. Free throw good, Booker. Both free throws good from Booker.
I think it's best to avoid putting this guy at the line if possible, but that's obviously easier said than done.
Curry kicks to Lopez. Misses off the left iron.
And mark that one down right there. It's going to be a long time until we see him miss another one like that.
Harris outside. Inside. Outside for Curry. From deep. Another three for Kansas City.
Well, I'll tell you, there are few shooters who can keep their composure against that kind of defense. But how about Steph Curry? That's a tough shot.
And so it's DeMar DeRozan making highlights for Kansas City. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Back to the action after this word. Steph Curry talks about the visual.
It's a cognitive and neurological drill.
The improvement he's made, Greg, in his ball handling has really unlocked his game.
I mean, able to keep his head up as he attacks off the dribble, read the defense, and drills like that can only help.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen, guys, from Kansas City.
Tough defense throughout that first period, and it's really paying dividends.
Well, I think there's a level of physicality with them right now and not allowing the opponent to feel comfortable getting into their heads just a bit.
They've got Brook Lopez. DeRozan out there with Jabari Parker. Then there's Harris. And it's Curry in at the point. And for Charlotte, we've got Devin Booker. Bogdanovich out there with Mirotic. Then it's Josh Richardson. And it's Walker in at the one spot. No good from Booker.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Now here's Booker. Jabari Parker unable to get his last shot to go.
The only way he doesn't finish is if the defense gets in his face. Nice job.
Harris's shot is off. Charlotte trails by 7.
When you think about Billy Donovan, to me, he's a guy who values trust and building relationships with players. This guy is not a dictator. He wants to help players grow and develop, and that helps you win.
And he's kind of always had that shoot-first mentality for a point guard, and when you can shoot it like Walker, it's not necessarily a bad thing.
Now here's DeRozan. He had 19 points in the win against Toronto. Takes a 3. And the basket by Harris. Harris has got the lead back up to 7 now for Kansas City. And for Coach Billy Donovan, the process of developing NBA players' doors has to be different than it was in college.
Oh, no doubt. At the pro level, many guys are making more money than you are. A lot of them have families. They've already grown into themselves. But to me, he still emphasizes the fact that great relationships with your players is important.
And let's take a quick look now at some stats for DeRozan. Great showing for him last season. He averaged about 23 points per, 5 assists and 4 rebounds. He has been at his most dynamic, no question about it, a real handful.
Let's make no mistake, one of the elite talents in the NBA and operating at the highest level right now.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the foul called on Kansas City.
And guys, Devin Booker getting great praise from some big-time players. Kyrie Irving says he raises his game to another level against high-level teams. Now he needs consistency, gentlemen.
Now here's Curry. A 14-point game for him in the win against Toronto.
Yeah, I was also struck by how well he shared the basketball. He created a lot of easy buckets with that passing ability. Well, despite his struggles from the field in this period, you know he's going to keep asking for the basketball.
Of course, Booker put 70 on the Celtics one evening. That obviously made quite an impression.
Well, I remember Jaylen Brown saying he doesn't have a conscience. He can shoot it with no remorse. He has a green light, and that's what makes it tough. Sounds like he had to guard him that night.
Bogdanovich, no luck. Kansas City leading by 5. 1:11 left to play here in the second quarter. And DeRozan kicks to Lopez. just 4 to shoot. Here's Parker. And it's off the back rim, no good.
Boy, just enough defensive attention to throw that shot off target.
Mirotic finds Richardson, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Richardson's got 4 points this quarter.
And a good opportunity here to go 2 for 1.
Let's see what they do here, Greg, right? Because you know they want to get a couple of possessions out of the time left. Boy, for a capable three-point shooter, that's one he expects to make.
Booker the pass to Mirotic, and that one is good. Now just a 1-point Kansas City lead.
You know, for a shoot-first guy early in his career, Booker's been tremendous finding the open man.
And DeRozan kicks to Parker. Here's Lopez. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Parker's got 3 assists now in this one. Last game for Kansas City, they picked up a win against Toronto.
And really the difference maker on that night, it's their ability to knock down shots from beyond.
Well, I think, Greg, that's where basketball has shifted, right? The three ball is so important nowadays, and they completely took advantage of it.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
So that'll be it for the first half.
Thanks.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good game we have here after one half of play. DeMar DeRozan brought his A game early tonight. He had 8 points and 2 rebounds. How about you, Kenny? What did you think about this home team?
Well, so far, they've taken care of their business here at home. It's something you might expect, but it's not a given. We'll see if they can keep...
And that'll do it for our...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You gotta like what DeMar DeRozan has done in this game.
Well, they've done a good job of letting the game come to them, and really few forced shots here so far.
I think, Greg, we're seeing a couple things. Terrific play calling, unselfish nature, and quality shooting. That makes for good offense.
While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. Setting the floor for Kansas City. Brook Lopez is out there with Parker. Then there's Harris. Then it's Curry. And it's DeRozan in at the 3 spot. Mirotic's shot is off. And Kansas City shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. And there's Stephen Curry on the assist from DeRozan. Curry's got the first basket of the third quarter for Kansas City. Booker against Harris. There's the triple. No good from Booker. And here's Curry, who brings it up for Kansas City. It's a 5-point game. Doris, when you think about Devin Booker, you have to think about the 70 points he dropped on the Celtics that one night.
Woo, what a special evening that was, Kevin. Most points ever for a Phoenix Suns player. Most points ever scored against the Celtics. More than Wilt Chamberlain. Think about that, Kev. Well, this is a tough night so far. They'd be smart to rely more on a couple of their other options.
The shot by Curry, no good. Charlotte trails by 7. Left side, Walker. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. No good that time. Excellent D there from Parker.
Rough start to the third quarter. 4 attempts, no makes.
DeRozan. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Doris, so many great open floor players in this game. Who would be the scariest player coming at you on the fast break?
Kevin, I can't limit this to just one. Are you kidding me? How would you like to have LeBron James bearing down on you at 6'8", 250-plus pounds? Or the length of Giannis Antetokounmpo, who can cover from one end of the floor in the other in 4 or 5 strides? How about Russell Westbrook's meeting me at the cup and he can dunk on my head? Or the young, talented Donovan Mitchell. I don't want any part of any one of those guys.
What great names, and you're right, runaway freight trains, each of them.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Curry finds DeRozan, and it's Parker in the corner. Good, and it's DeRozan picking up the assists. Parker's got the lead up to 9 now for Kansas City. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Shot's good by Walker.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
Well, you simply got to push through that, right? You need to at least contest the shot. Otherwise, he's going to knock it down.
Now here's Curry. He's got 9. Feeds it to Lopez. Misses from short range. Charlotte trails by 7. Here's Bogdanovic. Buries it from three-point range. Bogdanovic has got 5.
Well, that to me typifies the confidence Bogdanovic possesses, a knockdown shooter with the quick pull-up.
DeRozan passes to Lopez. Oh, the lob to DeRozan. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. And Walker kicks to Mirotic. Passes it to Richardson. Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Back to Mirotic from deep. Rebounded by Kansas City. DeRozan's got 4 rebounds in this game. Outside Curry. Pass to DeRozan. Parker with it. Covered by Mirotic. Richardson against Lopez. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And so it's the home team with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. A good size advantage, and they'll look to increase it. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And on the court for Charlotte as we start the fourth. Bogdanovic out there with Mirotic. And there's Kemba Walker. Then there's Devin Booker. And it's Richardson in at the small forward. There's Walker with the 3. Drops in the tray. Walker's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for Charlotte. Curry against Walker. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Charlotte trails by 3. Richardson dishes to Booker. Curry against Walker. Shoots it. And DeMar DeRozan pulls it down.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
As long as they can hang on to this lead, he won't have to answer for what's been an off night for him.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. And it's tied up with that one.
Boy, talk about a guy you don't want to send to the line. Booker already one of the game's better free throw shooters.
Outside DeRozan. Shoots over Mirotic. DeRozan's shot is good. And Kansas City leads by 2.
Well, as always, that mid-range game of DeMar DeRozan, almost unstoppable.
And the shot goes down.
And he has the chops for this, raising the intensity when it matters most.
Right, you love the aggressiveness. This guy is willing to take over at the key opportunities.
And stolen by Mirotic. Booker with no one around. And again, Charlotte with the triple.
Well, this is Devin Booker's specialty, consistent at finding all kinds of ways to score from beyond that arc.
Curry against Walker. Launches it. Curry's shot is off.
Hey, the defense is content to let him prove he can make that shot, and so far, he cannot.
Banked in off the glass. Now it's a 5-point Charlotte lead.
Well, how about the court awareness from Bogdanovich, showing off his ability to find the open man, Kev?
Walker against Curry. The pass to Harris. And Lopez has it in the corner. Curry outside. Buries the long-range jumper.
That's one of those clutch shots he's known for. When the pressure is high, he seems to be the most locked in.
Booker against Harris. Kept alive. Second chance shot. And Bogdanovich lays it in.
I'll tell you, it takes guts to take these types of shots, but Bogdanovich is an assured scorer.
Curry with it. He's picked up by Walker. To the middle. And the dunk by Lopez.
Oh, Kevin, you can see why they go to Brook Lopez, his calming presence to deliver in the clutch.
Booker against Harris. And it's Bogdanovich in the corner. Booker looking around. 5 to shoot. Can't hit that one. And Kansas City will go the other way with it. To the paint, and stolen by Richardson. And here comes the break. The finish. Yes!
No doubt. You love seeing him knock down the clutch basket.
Time called here. Kansas City decides to talk it over. They're trailing by 4. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Devin Booker.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots. Timeout. And also finishing strong.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Billy Donovan talking to his team. He told them, look, guys, we're running out of time. If we're going to make a move, it's got to be now. Are you guys ready to make a move? They all nodded, and he said, then go take it, Kevin.
Tipped away. And DeRozan kicks to Curry. Parker outside. No good with the triple. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. Gets the first, and that puts them up by 5. And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game.
Boy, those free throws add a nice cushion to their lead.
17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Lets it go from the wing. Sinks it. And now they trail by just 4. And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Boy, don't you love it. As calm as can be, seals the win with some tremendous work at the free throw line.
Curry kicks to Parker. From the arc. And no good. And so it's Charlotte with the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled